Most people think success belongs to the smartest, the most talented, or the most motivated person in the room. Wrong. Success usually belongs to the person who removed the option to quit. That's it, because reaching goals is not complicated anymore. The internet already gave you every strategy, every tutorial, every secret. The real problem is that your actions change with your mood. One day you feel unstoppable. Next day, you disappear for a week. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to break that cycle permanently using 5 mental systems that force momentum even when motivation is dead. Not fake hustle, not motivational quotes, real behavioral rewiring. And there's one hidden trigger controlling your entire life right now. A silent pattern destroying your focus without you realizing it. Once you understand it, your past failures will suddenly make perfect sense. But before we go deeper, welcome back to another episode of Next Self. This channel isn't built for temporary motivation. It's built for people who are tired of repeating the same cycle and finally want real change. Every video here is designed to sharpen your mindset, strengthen your discipline, and help you evolve into a version of yourself that most people never become. So if you're ready to stop living on autopilot and start taking control of your future, then stay locked in, because the next few minutes could completely change the way you operate. Now let's build the foundation. System 1. Destroy the escape routes. Most people fail because they leave themselves too many exits. The second things become difficult, the brain instantly searches for comfort. Maybe tomorrow. I'll start next week. Just one more break. That tiny voice quietly ruins entire lives. Top performers understand something different. Consistency is not created by motivation. It's created by environment. Instead of depending on discipline every single day, they build systems where quitting feels harder than continuing. That's the real advantage. Here are 4 ways to force momentum into your life. First, public pressure. Tell people what you're about to accomplish. Announce it, because once your reputation becomes attached to a goal, your standards automatically rise. Humans hate embarrassment, sometimes even more than failure itself. Second, invest money. Pay before you feel prepared. Join the course. Buy the program. Commit financially, because people protect their money more seriously than their dreams. Free advice gets ignored, but once cash is involved, suddenly your brain switches into survival mode. Now it matters. Third, remove temptation physically. Stop expecting yourself to be stronger. That approach fails almost everyone. Delete the apps. Move distractions away. Hide the junk food. Put your phone in another room. Your surroundings shape your behavior far more than motivation ever will. If bad habits become inconvenient, good habits suddenly become easier. Fourth, assign fixed time windows. Not sometime later. Specific hour. Specific task. Specific duration. Because vague intentions create weak execution, but clear structure eliminates negotiation. Your brain performs better when the decision is already made. And this leads directly into the biggest truth most people never realize. System 2. Willpower is a terrible strategy. People love believing they just need more discipline, but willpower drains constantly. Every choice steals mental energy. Every distraction weakens focus. Every moment of resistance exhausts your brain little by little. By nighttime, most people are mentally empty. That's why motivation cannot be trusted. It changes too often. Successful people are not superheroes with magical discipline. They simply remove unnecessary battles from their day. That's the hidden psychological switch. The goal isn't becoming better at resisting distractions. The goal is creating lifestyle where distractions barely exist in the first place. That's why routines are powerful. Repetition removes decision fatigue. You stop asking yourself if you should work. You just begin automatically. Think about professional athletes. Before competition, they repeat the same rituals constantly. Same preparation, same warm-up, same sequence. Because repetition trains the brain to enter performance mode automatically. And that brings us to the next system. System 3. Create predictable patterns. Your brain loves familiarity, but most people live in complete randomness. Random schedules, random work habits, random sleep cycles, random effort. Then they wonder why consistency disappears. Here's the fix. Choose one habit, only one. Now lock these 3 things permanently. A specific time, a specific place, a specific trigger. That's it. For example, 7 a.m., same workout corner, same playlist, same headphones. Repeat that routine enough times and eventually your brain enters focus mode automatically. The trigger becomes stronger than motivation. Soon the habit stops feeling forced. Skipping it actually feels uncomfortable. That's when transformation becomes real. But there's another mental tool that makes consistency even stronger. System 4. The if-then response system. Psychologists discovered something insanely effective. Your brain performs better when actions are pre-decided, meaning instead of relying on emotions, you create automatic commands beforehand. If it's 7 a.m., I train. If lunch ends, I walk. If Sunday arrives, I plan my week. Simple, but unbelievably powerful. Because emotions no longer control behavior, the system does. You stop debating with yourself. No more mental arguments. The decision already exists, and your brain follows clarity far better than motivation. Now we reach the final system, System 5. Let systems think for you. Most people underestimate simple systems because they look boring, but boring systems create extraordinary results. Pilots use checklists. Surgeons use checklists. Because overloaded minds make terrible decisions. Instead of storing everything mentally, successful people offload decisions into systems. You only need 3 personal lists. Execution list, the tasks that absolutely must happen today. Growth list, skills, projects, and opportunities building your future. Identity list, who are you becoming through your daily habits? Focused, disciplined, reliable, sharp? Because tasks manage your day, but identity shapes your entire life. And eventually, something incredible begins happening. You stop forcing the habits. The habits begin shaping you. Final stage, become the system. At first, discipline feels difficult. Then repetition creates rhythm. Rhythm creates identity, and identity permanently changes behavior. You no longer try to improve yourself. You naturally become the type of person who trains, learns, executes, focuses, and follows through. Not because it suddenly became easy, but because it became part of who you are. That's the real secret. The objective was never chasing motivation. The objective was building a life where success becomes automatic.